Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. I want to thank everybody for watching my first video. This is going to be episode 2 of Light Overcomes Darkness, and I bring it to all of you. I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope everybody's enjoying, the holidays and getting everything they need ready for Christmas and everything. And so hope everybody's doing well. All right, well, let's get started. We're going to talk about how I came up with the company. So, Light Overcomes Darkness, I was out of work, about 8 months, and I became flat broke. I never thought, I'd put myself in a position, I'd be in a position to be broke. I've never been broke in my life. I've always been working since I've been 16, and I went out to a boat launch out in Pearl River and just sat in my truck and was just had a sunroof and was just looking up at the sky, just like the world's against me. Like, what did I do wrong to deserve this, to get hit and be out of work this long, and have to go through a torn labrum surgery plus 2 torn ligaments and going through therapy, being out of work. I couldn't get up off the ground, like whatever I did, and I wasn't gonna make it. Something's gonna happen to my job. There's just so much stuff going through my mind. And I came up with the company. I was just looking up at the sky, and I was looking up, and I saw it was like a overcast day. There was more dark clouds, and then light. It was like looked like it was about to rain, and I was just sitting watching the clouds pass, and even though there was a lot of dark, the light was always there, and I just kind of thought to myself, well, why not start a company called Light Overcomes Darkness, because everybody has those dark days, dark months, and dark years, but the light was always there, and that's what made me think and got me through those 8 months of being broke and got me back, to myself and where I am, and got me back focused on life. And that's how I came up with the company. And people have been asking me a lot of questions, and understand the first video, guys, was just an introduction on the company and the quote and what I was doing. And this video, I'm going to get into why I started the company. And you're about to hear it. So, why I started the company was, I feel like, we need light overcomes darkness. We need something positive. In the world today, I just kind of want to change the status quo, I've always been a person, I like to help someone, if I had it, or be there for someone when I can. Life gets hard when you have a kid, work, just life in general, ups and downs and paying bills and just trying to stay alive and trying to stay afloat for our children and our family. And I wanted to start the company also was because, the world's so divided. I mean, I'd be a white guy. We're all different in ethnicities and different stuff. But last time I checked, when I cut myself, I bleed red. And we need to be better as people and a better country, and we can make it better together. And that's the only way it could be done. Just like way back in the day, it's always better together. And the reason why I started this Light Overcomes Darkness to me, and on the back of the shirt, even on your darkest days, focus on the light in your life, is a movement. Is something you don't necessarily have to be going through depression to wear the shirt. It's made to show positivity, to somebody going through depression, and just to be a good person and be kind, be respectful and love each other, and be there for each other as much as you can, because every life has a purpose. And that's why I started this company, because we need to come together, and we need each other, and that's the only way we can get through anything. That's the only way we can become better as a country. That's the only way we'll make this country better. It's not about the color of our skin, it's about the people we are, and we can be better people. And that's why I started this company and wanted to start this movement called Light Overcomes Darkness, because the light always overcomes darkness. And you can be that light in somebody else's life by wearing that shirt, or just being a light in somebody else's life just on a daily basis and making the world better. It ain't about our color of our skin or where we come from. It's about being a light, loving each other. To do that, and I think we can make this a better country and be better people. Because every life has a purpose. No matter if you don't know that person. The person might be going through a hard time. You went through a hard time. And you can help that person out by getting there. Getting them past that and being there for them as much as you can. A hug, a smile. You ever gave somebody, and then been down in the city 1,000 times and just other place and gave somebody $5 or bought somebody food? That make you feel better? I bet that person that you gave that foot-long to or bought them a meal made them feel like $1,000, because they're homeless or, going through a hard time, they lost their job, and you just bought somebody a meal. You don't need to give somebody $100. I'm not saying go give somebody $1,000, but, just be there for each other. And that's why I started this company. It's a movement, guys. It's a movement. Light overcomes darkness, and it always will. And the darkness will always succeed to that light. We are that light, and we can be that light on an everyday basis, and we need to make our country better, but also to be better for ourselves and to be examples to our children. Alright, next topic is, guys, what light overcomes darkness means to me and how it relates to you. Light overcomes darkness means to me is that even in your darkest days, the light's always there, and that's the truth. And, light overcomes darkness. It's been a thing on my mind about 1.5 years, like I said in the first video. And be that light for yourself. Be that light in your life. Be the positive self. And the more you're confident in yourself, you could be there for other people and help them out. That's what the world's all about. That's what light overcomes darkness means to me. And we can always be the light for ourselves and for our family, for our children. And we can always be the light for others. And the light, even though them darkest days, like I said before, you will always overcome that darkness through the light. The light's always there even though you don't see it. And how it relates to you is same as me. How it relates to you is light overcomes darkness. Light overcomes darkness means that the light will always overcome darkness in the fact that the light in your life might be your son, or different things. Never let somebody tell you can't, because you can. No matter how many times you messed up in life, we all mess up. We all make bad decisions. It's life. It's all about getting back up, and that's how you're your own light. And you could be the light for other people. And that's what it means to me, and I feel like how it can relate to you. And that's why I started it, because the light will always overcome that darkness, and we can be that light for other people and in the world today, and that's what we need. So we need for each other. I always want to be a light for my son. I always try to be there for him as much as I can. I get him every other weekend, but he's my light, and even on my darkest day, I always try to be the light in his life. And for the next topic, on the quote, how I came up with the quote, when I was sitting out in that dock, and I was just sitting there, just looking up at the clouds, I thought about my son. I thought about him. And even though it was a dark time in my life, I was, went broke, was out of work, was out of sorts in general with everything, couldn't make my bills. Fortunately, I had my parents helping me out. But I always focus on my light in my life. Your light in your life might be your dad, your mom, or somebody like that. But even on your dark days, focus on the light in your life. What that means to me is that, we all have, them dark days, dark months, and dark years. We all have that cloud of doubt in front of us. Somebody telling us we can't. Somebody telling us this or that. Unfortunately, we all have bad days. Unfortunately, we have people that's bringing people down. We can't help that, but we could try to help them. We try being there for each other, and never resort to stealing or violence or anything like that. You know, be the light. You can always get back up, no matter how many times you fall, and God knows, and I know for myself that I fell so many times, and like even on my darkest day, I always try to get back up and think of ways how I can make my life better and how I can make the world better and how I can be there for my son and be there for everyone as much as I can, even though I constantly stay busy with the post office and just different stuff in general and doing this. But I did this for you guys, and I really want y'all to know that. Just everyone in the world, I always wanted to make a difference, and I feel like this is a way I can. Well, I introduced my little boy Braden. Say hey, Braden. Say hey to the camera. Say hey, everybody. Well, like I was saying, this is the light in my life. Focus on this, the light in your life. You have kids that are best thing. They're fun. They happy, always happy, and you always learn so much from them, how to love, live. And this is my light. You have your light. Focus on that light, because they'll always keep you happy. Right, buddy? I love you.
I love you. I want Zach and Jamie to come over.
Alright, we're going to have to do that. Alright, that's it. So, the quote, even on your darkest day, focus on the light in your life. I mean, look, we're all going through a hard time right now with COVID. You know, people just go through depression in general on a daily basis between, being broken up with their girlfriend, cheating on, which I've been cheated on several times in relationships. I'm scared to be in a relationship, because it's not trust issues comes in. It's not because I don't trust the person, it's because I've been cheated on. It's just, in general, we all go through stuff like that, and it's life. Now, if life was the way we planned it, I don't think it would be as great as it is, because the unexpected is always surprising. It's like opening up a present during Christmas when you were a child. I'm pretty sure everybody can relate to this. You open up a present, you get surprised, and it's just like life. Just when you better yourself and you get to where you want to be in your life, or get what you want in life, that shirt or this, that, or, and that's what the quote means to me. And even on your dark day, focus on the light in life, stop focusing on other people. I feel like a lot of people today focus on other people, like, and where they are. And I want to be like that person. Look, be your own self. Be your own person, because when you try to compare yourself to somebody else, you might not be like that person. Look, we're all different people, different thoughts, different talents, different, be your best self is what I'm saying. Don't compare yourself, and I feel like that brings a lot of people down. And, that's what you have to do. Be your best self. None of us is perfect. I'm far from perfect. I'll admit that. I can always do better, and we can always do better together. And we'll get through this together like anything. America's always been the type of country that I look at as a country that will persevere no matter what is going on, because we're stronger together. But never resort to violence and stealing from others. I don't believe in that. I believe in getting back up and striving to get where we want to be to support our families, and that's what we need to do as a nation, as people. And even on your darkest day, focus on the light in your life. Is that we all have them dark days, dark months, and dark years. But if you emphasize and focus on that light in your life, and like, for instance, I've told you this 1,000 times, it's my son, it might be your daddy or mom, but focus on that light in your life. And, and there's a lot of, and the other reason I created this company, and how it relates to the quote, is that there's a lot of military families and just suicides in general. The statistic is that military families come home, or they come home from serving, they commit suicide. Try to be there for a military person or military family. They serve that country. The only reason you have a job, the only reason you're safe, I don't think it's politics, because it ain't. It's them. they definitely don't want you to be the ones dying after serving in the military for how many years they served. My dad was in the Army, you know. I highly respect military, big time. And we can't have that. We got to be better as a nation and be there for each other. And every life has a purpose. Your life, no matter where you are right now, no matter if you're on the street, no matter if you're shooting an apartment or wherever you are, big house, small house, trailer, I don't care. You know, we all got to be there for each other. It's not about where you are, it's about where you're going. And that light will always overcome the darkness. Just look, be kind, be respectful, and love each other. That's all we can do. You know, we got to be our best self and be there for each other. Be that light in somebody's life. And help them focus on their light in their life, because they might not see it on that dark day of theirs. They might not even see, like, they can have that favorite person in their life. They might be the dad, this person, that person. You know, help them focus. Be there for each other. Nobody's, I'm telling you, I've thought of suicide too many times I can't count. And your life's worth it. No matter where you are, you will get there. I promise you that. I promise you. Just keep on focusing on life and keep being positive. Be that light for your life, for your own self, and be the light in somebody else's. And even on your darkest day, focus on that light in your life. And I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you all again. We'll be doing another 2 videos next month in the month of December. And everybody be safe. Hope everybody had a happy holiday. A lot of Thanksgiving turkey and all that. And y'all have a good rest of the day. And thanks again for watching.